come from. Don't lose yourself, stay on track. Baby, you're a god. You're a god. Baby, you're a god. Believe that. Full of the things that we've overcome. Full of unspoken battles we've won. You're so much better than that. Sometimes the truth ain't always catchy as rap. Stop chasing cheese or you get stuck in a trap. Go get your crown and never render it back. No, it's blasphemy. Why would
Are you thinking about getting your GED diploma? Well, here at the GED Pep Talk Center, we've got a number of pep talks that can motivate you.
Sometimes things don't always turn out the way you want them to.
You know that feeling? People look at you and don't believe in you.
You want some gentle encouragement.
Then you're on your way to your GED diploma and a better life.
But I know they're probably just a little bit nervous. You can find it in yourself to take that first step.
You can improve your future. You can do this. I know you can.
You need to start pushing yourself.
Now get your game face on and take the first step towards a better life. Hurry up.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hello. We are Skylyne Radio Show. My name is T, the Busy Bee.
I'm your boy, Skylyne Mark.
How is everyone out there? I know you all can't answer back, but anyone who's tuning in, you can tell us how you are. Hey, Mark, we back one more week.
This is what we do.
This is what we do.
Get ready. This one's going to be a roller coaster.
This will be a very interesting show.
As
you see, it's just me and Mark today.
So it's open mic and it's no holds barred, and we talking all kind of dirt. Truth,
we're talking whatever he says.
Yeah. It's getting ready to get real, and it's getting ready to get real live, real quick. How was your day?
How was my week? I'm going to go for with my week because my week's been better than my day. Even though I think you know what? I've actually had a semi-rough week this week. And it's starting to make sense. But the retrograde is over tonight. Tonight is the retrograde. For those who don't know, communication was at a high off for the last month. So if you were not able to communicate with people, it was because of the retrograde. Go research some more about it. You'll kind of understand a little bit more.
Communication is everything.
Yes, it is. And I just had, today was a really rough day for me. So
you ain't said nothing but a word.
So on top of my rough day, it's been kind of cool though. I'm not like, oh, I'm sad. Like today's just been a bad day. I'm happy I'm on my radio show because, this is what I live for. So
every Wednesday.
Yes. Oh, and today I took a DNA test and I found
out. You are that.
Yes.
You are that bee.
So that's what happens whenever you need a confident boost, right? Sometimes, because that actually came from a confident boost. I was feeling really discouraged today and really not so confident as usually as I am. We'll talk about it later. We ain't got to talk about it right now.
But you're an entrepreneur and you're a boss.
Yes, but that doesn't mean you can't.
To be the boss.
That don't mean you can't feel discouraged.
Oh, trust and believe. After this morning, we're gonna talk about this morning.
We are.
It
was certain things, but I was feeling real discouraged. But then I thought about the words of truth hurts. And I was like, you know what? I got 100% that B. I'm good. I'm always going to be good.
That's good.
Yep.
Proud of you.
Thank you. So how was your week, Mike?
My week has been productive, busy, interesting. Debatable. Genuine.
Any more adjectives?
Trying to think of one more. Can't think of no more. Until this morning, when I was profiled. What?
So, before we get started on this morning, because I kind of want to hear this story, because you didn't even tell me. So it's kind of like a little what happened ish.
Let's just say they done fooled with the wrong one.
But okay. Would you like to share?
Sure.
All right. You got to keep it
Clean.
Yes, keep it clean.
Oh, I can keep it clean. Shoot.
Keep it sweet.
I kept it
sweet
clean
to
with
the
them
point.
clown police officers.
You got to keep it sweet and short.
Sweet and short?
Not too long.
Oh, I mean, this a long story.
How long? No, because your stories be long.
Nah, it ain't that long.
All right. Let's go.
So, I was greeted by MTA police, airport police. I don't know what they are. One's MTA
is
police,
Metro
which is the gray
Transportation
uniform,
Authority.
and then you got the other officer that's in the summertime yellow and black uniform. I guess they ride bikes, so they're outside, so they get to wear shorts. Whoop-de-doo-dah day. Big deal.
You go tell us.
Anyways, so they greeted me. I greeted them back. I thanked them for their service. They proceed to try to stop me. Number one, that's illegal because you have no business stopping me because I didn't commit a crime. Number two, they try to ask me. Well, they didn't try. They asked me for ID. For what?
Why did they try to stop you?
Profiling.
No.
Because I look like something that scares Americans, especially in airports, because I got a big old beard.
That's what
and
they
I got
said?
a do-rag. That's what the airline marshal told me. Yeah, I was stopped a second time by an airline marshal. Mind you, at this time, I'm not even in the airport. Granted, I'm still on MTA property and airport property, but I'm not even in the building. I'm outside waiting for the MTA train, light rail. And I was asked the second time for my ID, and then he asked, "Can I have your ID? And do you mind if I research it?" For what? For what? What business do you have, one, to stop me? Because I ain't do nothing. You just sat there and told me you watched me on camera. So therefore, I didn't do anything. I didn't commit a crime. So what purpose, other than you being bored and not having nothing to do, why did you unlawfully proceed to stop me and unlawfully ask me to present identification?
Well,
how about that?
So what did you learn?
I learned I need to go talk to a lawyer because that happened to a Pakistani dude in National Airport, and they settled out of court $50 million. I'm going to talk to a lawyer.
Did you get their names?
No.
All right. Miss Lisa says you stopped and gave. Hi, Miss Lisa. How are you? She says hi.
What's up, sis? Yeah.
But yeah, that's what happened. So,
you got some interesting people that work there.
So we now know that that's actually really, really crazy that even happened to you. And
how about that?
You know, it's crazy because other people
camera.
have done that before too, where it was recorded and they didn't like it because of what the person looked like, so they just profiled them. Like, I don't even know how to explain like the words. I'm sorry that happened to you. Like, in all honesty, I'm sorry that happened to you, and it's crazy because you just have a T-shirt as a do-rag.
The crazy thing is,
so, like, do you have to cut your beard now? Like, how are you gonna handle this?
I'm not cutting my beard off. What? For what? So, airport police don't profile me? It's unfortunate that white cops act a certain way. Let's be real.
Right.
Let's be real. They didn't have nothing else to do but to bother little old me. You're watching me on camera. Therefore, you know I ain't done nothing wrong. You've watched me from the time I walked in that building and did what I did. But it's okay.
Right.
Because at the end
You
of the
got
day,
another
I'm going to
thing
get the
coming.
last laugh. I'm going to get the last laugh.
You always got to come out on top.
Trust and believe, every time I step in that airport, I will be on social media live, and I'm not going to have the camera facing me. I'm going to have it facing to what I'm looking at. And every time I see a cop, I'm going to point it at them. Yep. Not deliberately all up in their face, but are they going to do something to me?
Miss
Are
Lisa
they
said
gonna
it
do
was
something
probably
to me?
your cologne. You smell good from afar.
You know what? You got jokes. Haha.
Right.
Funny.
So
But,
there's a lot that's been going on, like recently. Let me see. Oh, we almost there. But we can't. There's a lot that's been going on recently.
A lot.
So a lot within this last week. We thought we were going to hit with a lot of news. So we can like kind of like break down the topics that we're going to talk about today.
I have one topic that a very little old sweet friend of mine put me in tune with. I actually hung out with her today. We had lunch. Well, she had lunch. Go ahead, talk.
No, I'm trying to get you to finish what you were saying.
I'm trying to find this piece.
Okay, so on the topics of things that we want to talk about today, we will get on a little bit of the topics concerning sports, because you know football season's on its way. So
Preseason starts this
we
week.
got to get up, get ready, because you know you got to have all those cookouts to watch the game.
Tailgate party.
All the tailgating parties.
I know where I'll be.
Okay. And then also the politicians and the politics has been on moves, on a lot of moves lately.
A lot of derogatory moves.
Yes. Very.
I wrote some things down.
Very, very crazy. So I figured that we'll talk about that just a little bit today, because
A little bit.
you know everyone needs to be aware of the politics, and we're going right back. I just want to tell you all what's going on, like who's running and stuff, and talk about some things, but not really like too deeply, because politics isn't my thing anymore. And I don't know. You know, you never know what's going to come with this show. We always talk about different things. We be serious and we laugh a lot. We are going to find something funny to talk about.
Maybe not today. Maybe at the end of the show we'll lighten up a little bit. But we're gonna dig in here on these politics, these sports, these news articles that's been going through the airways lately on derogatory things, and yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
On the climate. We're going to talk about the climate of Baltimore, and
Oh yeah.
that man.
Definitely got to talk about everything going on in Baltimore.
Right. But all right, guys, it comes to that time where we came to our first
Commercial break. We got to pay some bills.
Hey, thank you. That's what you're supposed to do.
We'll be right back.
That's lit.
BeExposedRadio.com.
Thank you.
Skylyne.
Yes.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com. I was meeting with a friend yesterday, and I've gotten to the point where don't ask me a question, because the truth is going to come out. And
exactly.
Just don't do it.
If you ain't looking for the truth, don't come to me.
Don't do it, because I can't hold my tongue. And she wants to be this stylist, boutique, but you're not doing anything in that nature, and I can't take you seriously if you're not doing those things. And I understood why people didn't take me seriously, because I found myself in somebody else's lane. I was good at what I was doing and what I wanted to be, but I wasn't doing it for me. So how can I ask you to take me seriously if I'm living in somebody else's shoes?
And nobody can do what you do, and I think that that's a big problem that people face now, like you see what somebody else is doing and you want to do that when that's not your lane.
That's not your lane.
That's not what you're supposed to be doing.
But it's popular. It's getting that person money. It's getting that person applause. Oh, I want applause. Right. I want money. Let me stand over here behind them.
And then a lot of times people aren't honest with themselves either. Like I was thinking earlier today, I've been woke for almost 2 days, so so you get honesty, yes. And I was thinking, like, you know,
The Artist Exchange Radio Show.
This unknown to find who we really are. Crash into something new and take a break from our broken heart. Talk with the hip, tell me you lie. I think we should go for another round. Baby, try not to say too much. Let your love come down. If you wanna rule, there's some rules you gotta live by. Live by. Stay true to your cool, make a move. Don't wait on nobody else. And if it feels like a melody, sing a song, be my radio. And if you follow me there, I'll follow you back. Let the night unfold. I can tell that she can't get enough, show enough, she couldn't. Keep the feels up for me, oh no, she couldn't. Keep the feels up for me. Touching hands till we dance in the dark, show enough, she couldn't. Keep the feels up for me. We do whatever you like. Keep the feels up for me, oh no, she couldn't. Keep the feels up for me. Let's slide, you and me alone, to find who we really are. Crash into something new. I got that leg banging up the car. Tell me you kiss, tell me you lie. I think we should go for another round. Baby, I wanna take you, but we gotta groove so we can lose the crowd. If you wanna rule, there's some rules you gotta live by. Live by. Stay true to your cool, make a move. Don't wait on nobody else.
Whoa. The moment my son saw a redwood tree.
It's huge!
Is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing!
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Listen to this flashback of Skylyne radio show.
So where we at? Where we talk about the effects and what's going on in these schools?
Yeah.
And what people don't understand. Just real briefly, I just want to talk a little bit about what people say bullying is or is not. So bullying comes in many forms. It's a teasing, it's the cyberbullying, it's the texting, it's the phone calls, it's the posting of pictures and people's personal information to pretty much cause them harm, to have them feel insecure.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
We are back. And how are you guys today? Again, thank you guys for tuning in. My name is T the Busy Bee.
I'm your boy Skylyne Mark.
And we are here, we are there, we are everywhere. Stop playing with me.
Watch this.
But
Watch this. A lot of y'all probably been asking. He done went from Mark to Skylyne Mark. That's right, y'all. Because I'm on Instagram now.
Hey.
Go check me out.
At Skylyne_Mark, like SKYLYNE
right.
MARK.
That's right.
He officially made it. Just like he made me go back on Facebook. I'm still going to talk about that. Look, I stopped being on Facebook for like 3-4 years. Like, I was good. I was gravy. One day I just stopped. And then he was like, you got a Facebook? And I was like, yeah, but I don't use it. And ever since that, yeah, but I don't use it, boy, I've been using that thing every single day.
I know. You post like 40 different things a day.
I just like reposting. I don't talk. I talk very little. I
see.
But I repost.
You're like a closed book.
Yeah. But the things that I post about are things that I'm most interested in.
And a lot of them are interesting, whether you like it or not.
Yeah. It's the things that I'm most interested in.
Look,
so
you posted something that caught my eye, and I wanted to bring it attention on the radio show. What's this thing with the group of gentlemen that saved $50 a week for 2 years?
Whew. Let me tell you.
Let's talk about that real quick, because you know, you gotta have a little bit of positivity within our radio show before we talk all this nonsense.
All right. So, what happened was, okay, so let's back up before I even go into what happened was. So, in times that you all know, there are people who don't really have like all their finances together, so they decide to get their finances together. There's different ways that people say and do. You got to do this, you have to do that. What these guys decided to do was put aside $50 a week. That comes with accountability. You definitely have to have accountability partner to do something like that.
You have to.
Because why can't I find it? See, that's what happens. I'm always on my page and I'm always reposting. But not only do you have to have accountability partner, but just for you to have the right outcome within everything, you have to be able to see the light, and you have to have like-minded people with you.
Oh, of course.
Near you, like at all times.
You have to. But there's a lot of different various positive things going on in and around your neighborhood, my neighborhood, her neighborhood. There really is. Well, I thought I was gonna find it going through someone else's page, but I guess not. So let's try it this way. Let me go to Instagram.
I can't find it at all. But either
I'll
way,
find it on Instagram.
Basically, the guys put aside $50 a week, and after they put aside $50 a week, they were able to open businesses and actually build within that money and build wealth within themselves. So, one thing that I want to challenge people on is figuring out something that you can do that can change your future, because that's what they did. And another thing that's been going on a lot lately as well is that they it's $50 a week, not $50 a day.
$50 a week, and it was like what, 5 of them?
But there has been a lot of different financial literacy things popping up as well. Jay-Z and Nas just put aside, they just granted some money to somebody to create a financial literacy.
I saw that.
I know, I reposted it. A financial literacy app for people in high school.
She really thinks she's special.
I am.
You is?
I am.
Okay.
Is not a word that you can use after you.
Sure,
it's
it
R.
is. I just did.
You know what? People with bad grammar really bother me. And now I don't have much room to talk. I will say that because I have typos for days. But it's certain things that really bother me, like want and won't. Or like there, and there, or like two, and two.
Yont to instead of want to.
Yeah.
Doug instead of dog.
No, that's different. That's a.
How do you spell
that's an
Doug?
accent. That's an accent. That's not an accent. I'm talking about real life grammar.
That's
like I'm writing and don't know how to write kind of thing.
That's like the Cosby Show. Bud's name was Bud, not Bud.
You still not on
Laugh, giggle, giggle.
Nah, because that's not what I'm talking about. So I had to give you the straight face. Like,
look,
no.
frog, dog, bud, frog, Doug, bud. They all sound like.
That's crazy. I'm not doing that. What else has happened? What else has happened?
NFL football starts this week, y'all. It's preseason. Don't mean a whole lot, but hey, football's back. And when you have football back with the heat that we're going through, guess what that means? That means cooler air is eventually going to be here. Because I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready for the fall.
I am too.
Hell, I'm
This
ready for
summer
wintertime.
Has been just super, super hot.
Ridiculously.
Like, and it is weird because it rains a whole lot and then it's super, super hot. Then it rains a whole lot, then it's super, super hot. Like,
Can we get some in the middle?
yeah, just give us a nice
can we-
old 76.
Look,
Give us a nice old 80. Give
Even-
us a nice little breeze.
Even if it's in the 90s, can we get the 50s and 60s that we had last week at night?
Nah, that's
Why
too
not?
cold.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's
50
not.
is cold.
No, it ain't. I ain't say 50.
60s is cold.
High 50s, low 60s.
We need
After a 95,
75s.
100-degree day,
75.
that'll feel all kinds of good.
But that's because you're from Chicago, so
Look, that's why I said wintertime. It don't get cold out here.
if you say so.
I have a feeling we're going to have a bad winter, though.
I hope not. Don't
All
say
the
that, 'cause
rain.
we had a bad winter last
Look,
year.
No, it was not that bad. Really? Are you serious?
Yeah.
All the heat we've had, all the rain we've had, that equals a lot of snow. Watch what I tell you. Gonna have like 3 blizzards. People gonna be snowed in. I'm gonna find me a snow bunny. That ain't even
I'm
sound
gonna just
right.
let you have it. Yeah, you're gonna find a snow
That
bunny.
ain't even sound right. I'm gonna find me a chocolate bunny.
Do what you do. So, another thing that happened this week for everyone who is tuning in, make sure that you all check with Experience to make sure that you are not a part of the breach. I believe you can reach out to their website and you can check through there. Also, Capital One had a breach as well. And I still have to go back to JP Morgan and their drug bust. Like, there has been so many things with big companies happening. Like, guys, please be careful. What else has... We're going to talk about something, and it's going to be really funny. Matter of fact, we're going to talk about this right now.
Oh, yeah?
I can worry about the drug bust and Capital One and breach and everything. I can give them all that information after I talk about this.
Okay.
But in all honesty, right now, I do not feel secure stepping and buying anything out of any of these grocery stores right now.
Uh-oh. What done happened?
You haven't... Someone's licking ice cream. They peeing on potatoes.
I don't eat potatoes.
They do it. It don't matter. It's the fact that they being nasty with other people's food in a grocery store. Like, mostly.
I can't say that on camera because that's culturally biased.
If you don't shut up.
Hey, truth.
But, like,
Facts.
come on, guys. This is really, really crazy to me. Like, I do not feel comfortable. Because I don't know if the next thing that I pick up is going to have earwax on it. Like,
Look, this all I'm going to say. Honestly, when it comes to germs, look at your daily life. Everyone goes out to eat. Everyone rides.
oh, so you okay with someone licking your ice cream?
No. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. But, excuse me. But we all do some type of public transportation, an airplane, a boat, a car, a train, a light rail, a trolley car, an L train, whatever the case may be, right? A scooter, a bicycle, whatever. You're touching it. You don't know who touched it last. It ain't been fumigated. It ain't been sprayed down with Lysol. Whatever germs the last person have, you have. Case in point, we all go out to eat. We all go to a restaurant, a bar, a lounge, whatever. McDonald's, let's even go there. Every time you touch a cup, whoever's filthy, nasty hands have, I almost said something, been on that cup and got your ice, there's bacteria in that ice and there's bacteria on that cup and you're drinking it. How about that?
I feel like you're condoning.
No, I'm not condoning. I'm not condoning.
So can you say what you're supposed to say, please? Because I do not want to feel like...
I just did.
Like, oh, there's germs all around.
There's germs everywhere.
So you're okay with someone licking your ice cream and putting it back?
I didn't say that.
But I don't know. Okay.
I didn't say that.
I don't know where you're going with this. So.
There's germs everywhere. You can't get away from germs. I'm not saying these people are right. They dead wrong. And they need to be
this
prosecuted.
This is why I'm staying out the restaurants, not the restaurants. And this is why I'm staying out the grocery stores until further notice. Okay?
What you gonna do?
You know, these people are actually going to jail. Like, they have to serve time.
They need to.
And they're being charged.
They need to. You know what's wrong with society? Criminals have too many rights. When a criminal has more rights than regular civilians that don't break the law, that's a problem. That's a very big problem. It's as much as try that again. Say that fast 3 times. It's as much as a problem as climate change. You know, the thing that no politician wants to admit to, the thing that no politician wants to discuss, the thing that no politician wants to figure out how we can change, because you can't reverse it. All you can do is slow it down. Oh, we're gonna shut down the factories, but you haven't done it. Oh, we're gonna fix emissions, but you haven't. Car companies, in a sense, have not, but they've come out with fuel efficient cars. Okay, that's a point in the right direction, but you're still not doing anything to change the situation at hand.
So what would you do to change the situation for climate change? What are your thoughts?
That's not the easiest thing in the world to answer.
All right.
But I'm not a politician, and I don't have access to hundreds of millions of billions of dollars either.
That's not an excuse, though. You can come up with something hypothetically to fix climate
Everything
change.
that they said they would do, or that society should do, that's what needs to happen. Emissions needs to be fixed. Factories that are polluting the air at a tremendous, alarming rate need to be shut down.
Okay. So what else would you do? How would you clean the air?
You know what? I can answer this. Because no party promoter, no entrepreneur, no politician, no one at City Hall, no one that has the ability to do XYZ right here in Baltimore wants to put forth the effort and go out there in the streets themselves and do something.
Mark.
But Skylyne Foundation's getting ready to start it. Why? Number one, this ain't my city, and I honestly do care. I'm tired of everyone talking it, but they not walking it. You asked.
I was talking about climate change.
It starts. It's one city at a time. It has to start somewhere.
So, with this climate change, are you talking about climate change within the people or climate change within the air?
Everything.
No.
Everything within climate change is a whole. Everything. The air, the water.
Okay.
Trash.
When I asked you the question, I was asking more so pertaining to the air, because that's something that the presidents are not talking about, is how to clean the air with the climate change.
You have to fix emissions and shut down factories that are polluting the air. I've said that 3 times now. If that's not the answer you're looking for, then I can't answer it. I don't know.
All right. So, if I had a chance to change the climate, outside, I would try to make more of these companies more fuel efficient. There are a lot of solar panels that have been implemented into companies. I will also get them implemented into businesses as well, so that they can actually run off of the solar panels rather than off of gas and everything. So that's how I would think about making a difference in the climate change. And also, we are on break. We will be back after a few messages. See you guys soon.
BigExposedRadio.com. Got to pay these bills.
every time. I know she feeling my vibe. I got the keys to the ride. She put her hands on my thigh. She got that look in her eye. SL what I'm riding. Royalty, call me highness. All day and overnighted. Cause it's crunch time when I'm grinding. This Adderall got me nauseous. Proceed with caution.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey, guys. I'm sorry, I just had a moment. If y'all know New Impression song, Don't Say You Will. It's hey, don't say you will. I love that song, actually. It's one of my favorites. So let's talk about the Capital One breach and the Experian breach and how that affects people. So there has been a breach in Capital One, which is really crazy because it's Capital One. As a matter of fact, well, yeah, it's really crazy because it is Capital One. You know, I'm sorry, guys. I have like hiccups. It's really, really weird. So if you have a Capital One credit card, you would need to make sure, call Capital One first to make sure that you were not scammed by any of this, because that's what you're supposed to do. And after you do that, make sure that you cut off all of your Capital One cards and you get new cards. I don't know, like, what would you do if there's a breach in Capital One?
I'm not sure.
Like, how would you take care of, make sure that you're secure? Like, would you go on and decide to like create a new account or something somewhere else? Would you take your money out? How did you feel when Wells Fargo actually did it?
I didn't feel nothing because I didn't have nothing to do with Wells Fargo. It's a chance you got to take. Everything is accessible of being breached nowadays, and there's really not a whole lot you can do about it. As long as you got people that know how to, as long as you got people in the underground that know how to breach, know how to counteract cyber walls and anything of that nature, there's really nothing you can do. It's like the insurance company plays a gamble with your money, praying to God you don't ever get in an accident, your house don't burn down or flood, but you're paying all this money. Where's your money going? You don't know. But when something happens, your interest rates go up, but it's not your fault. So, prime example, or not prime example, but I mean it's just a gamble that you play. You hope and pray nothing happens to your money, but it's a chance you take. Life is all about chances and choices.
I think that when it happened with Wells Fargo, I didn't have a Wells Fargo bank, but one of my organizations did. I kind of felt like I needed to take my money out automatically. Like, no, the money does not need to be in there. It needs to be somewhere else, like somewhere else ASAP. But the steps that you're supposed to take whenever there is a breach is to freeze your account, enable a two-factor authentication. I get tired of saying that word authentication. I've been saying that word all day today. Sign up for credit monitoring so someone's actually paying attention. Do not get phished. So if you get any spam text messages like, hey, text or you have $300 sitting somewhere, like weirdly, and you press the link, that's actually phishing. They're trying to like hack your phone so they can hack your account. So be careful of those. Do not press any of those links. If you get any in your Instagram, not in your Instagram. Oh, there's Instagram spam too. Don't press any of those links. There's Facebook spam. Do not press any of those links. Be very careful. Do not get phished. And to change your passwords regularly. So basically, I've also heard in past times, like you're not supposed to keep the same password for everything because that can be the biggest breach. And that's how people can break into everything if you have all the same passwords. However, keeping up with passwords is a lot of work.
Yep. So, what can you do?
Like,
I did something different last year. But I can't say that on the radio. But yeah, I did something different, and it worked. But then it was like, if XYZ happens and my passwords get questioned, that can turn into a whole fiasco. So I changed it to something else that is I don't know. I can't go too in depth because then you figure out what my password is. But yeah, you should change your password frequently. Not a whole lot of people do, because that can just get to be a real pain. It's hard enough to remember one, let alone multiple, and then it can get downright technical when you gotta change it frequently, especially if you have different various accounts between your bank accounts and your credit cards and your cell phone and social media and websites, and yeah, it can get just a tad bit too much, a whole lot of too much, but it is what it is.
You can take us out.
Uh-huh.
It's time to go to break.
Oh, okay. Check us out. We gotta pay these bills. Skylyne, Skylyne Radio, Skylyne Foundation, Skylyne Models, Skylyne Bacon Babes. We'll be right back. Pay these bills. BeExposedRadio.com.
Join the Just a Bit Outside crew every Monday, 8 to 10 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
You want to start off?
I think I'll get it out of the way on a who's not.
Okay, do it.
The Orioles.
Right.
They got swept by the Royals. They lost 4 in a row, and the last 5 games have all been decided by 1 run.
Mm-hmm.
The game before, or the last game that they lost before the Royals was the Nationals, and it was Weeders, of course, won with a home run.
Hit the home run.
Right. They were going into that National series. It seemed like they were doing so well, and they just crapped out. They got that game postponed, so who knows when they're going to replay that or play that game.
Mm-hmm.
That's my first not for the night.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and weigh in on my who's not, and I'm going to talk about the San Diego Padres.
The Padres. That's okay. You just took my answer.
They're in last place in the NL West. They've lost 8 of their last 10. Their run differential is a negative 65, which is just horrible. So when you have let me just talk about run differential a little bit. It's kind of like the how
much you're winning or losing your games by, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. It's like the margin of victory, kind of.
Right.
So when you're in a negative number, that means that you're.
Then your average game, you're losing
by a whole lot.
Right.
I mean, a number like negative 65, this early in the season is pretty rough.
That's
and
horrible.
Then the pitching numbers pretty much support this stat right here. I mean, the team ERA is 4.70, which is 26th in the league. They have 126 walks allowed. They acquired Jared Weaver in the offseason, and he really has not panned out. He's off to one of the worst starts in any of the pitchers in 2017.
Mm-hmm.
He's 0-4 with a 6.05 ERA. In May alone, he already has 12 earned runs in May. And, another one of their pitchers, Clayton Richard, he's 2-4 with a 4.34 ERA. And, in May, he has 6 earned runs and 12 innings pitched. So they're not pitching well. And on top of that, they are also not batting well.
Right. But it kind of sucks because Manuel Margot is doing pretty good. His the past few at bats, his last.
Join the Just a Bit Outside crew every Monday 8 to 10 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey, and we are back like we never left. I haven't said that in a while, so I have to say it one more time. Right before we left, we were talking about the difference. What were we talking about?
Everything.
Because we just had a whole different conversation as soon as we got off. So, boom. I was talking about the baking situation. Thank you. Make sure that you all check with Capital One. Experian also has a breach as well. They provide free monitoring services. Now, if you are a part of that breach, you can get free monitoring services. You can also get $125, but you will not be able to receive that until January 2020. Go to their websites, look up the information, especially on Experian. If there's a breach, it should be right up there, right at the front, and put in your information, see if you're a part of this and get your money, That's what you have to do sometimes. You just got to go get the money. Another thing the next thing that we're going to talk about is this extremely crazy politician movement that we are having right now.
Pumpkinhead.
Yeah, we could call him Pumpkinhead. So, first of all, he done did a couple different things that kind of just like flabbergasted me, but never a surprise because it's him. This the Orange Man. So the first thing we're going to talk about is him telling these women of color to go back to where they came from.
Let's go there for a minute. Outside of Native Americans and 4, maybe 5 other Indian tribal, none of us belong here. We all came from the east side of Earth. Europe, Asia, Middle East, Africa. Let's go there. Let's throw Australia in there too, because they got people over here too. Don't nobody belong here.
This is true. We all migrated I feel like we all migrated here, which is actually crazy that he even said something like that. It's like he says the most offensive things, and I'm really trying to figure out, and I know for a fact, like, maybe the world is like, well, they already proved to us when they put Trump in office anyway, who they really are. But this is really what, I feel like he uses this raw, I can't really say what I want to say. I'm trying to put the words together because it's still flabbergasted to me that he even said this out his mouth. But nevertheless, it's the Pumpkin Man, so what you expect?
He's a great pumpkin.
I never expected him to go as far as he has taken his trolling. And I call it trolling because that's simply what it is. He trolls everybody. He bought McDonald's and bought out a whole McDonald's for a basketball team, not a basketball team, a football team who won the championship because he didn't want to fix the government shutdown. Like,
he thought it was a joke.
And that was like, he trolls. So like the things that he does, the things that he says, I don't understand how he lasted so long. I wonder what other countries look at us as. Like, it's very disappointing that we have a president, that there is a president who's not my president.
He ain't mine.
That there's a president that's in office right now who acts like a kid in a candy store who can't get what they want at all times. Like a spoiled big brat. With little hands.
Big brat.
And I don't know how to make the face, but he looks like a sandwich. Anyways. Did you see the sandwich? But I definitely wanted to dig into that a little bit. Like, what else has he done? Did you want to speak on that first?
Nah, go ahead.
Okay. So the next thing that he did was he sent, I don't know if you know this or not, but there's actually troops over in the Middle East. You know, their only one way to continue to be in presidency is
to declare war.
Yes, it's to declare war. And there's actually troops over in the Middle East right now. So make sure you all are aware of that.
There have been troops over there for 20 years.
No. Like, you know, when they fly out troops before the things hit the fan.
Oh, yeah. I see that all the time in BWI. But at the same time, as many as they're shipping out, there's a whole lot of them coming back, too. So there's a whole lot of questions because, like I said, I'm in BWI airport 3-4 times a week. And, well, 1 to 4 times a week. We'll go that route. And I've never seen so many troops in the airport that are actually coming back versus going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but there are a lot going out. It's just a question of where are they going. They had the desert style uniforms on, so you just assume, you don't know, but you just assume they're going somewhere in the Middle East.
Well, it was an article that stated that they did go to the Middle East already, so they are sitting there waiting or chilling or whatever they're doing. So we have to be careful of that. He definitely did that, which really surprised me. Like, this man is really trying to stay in office, and he likes the way the government is ran in Russia and like China. So, like, he likes that dictatorship. Y'all, I don't know if I'm going to be able to handle a orange man dictatorship kind of lifestyle. That's not cool. He got to go.
I mean, if you think about it, though, this country is dictators. We dictate everything. Well, we don't.
We don't.
But the government dictates everything. We're the world gangsters. We control how you can and cannot.
I'm sorry, I just had to say we are bullies. Gangsters, bullies.
We are.
I guess they correlate.
That's why bullying is so bad, because
they can't get enough. Look at what the Congress says.
Let's be honest. I mean, it's gonna touch the race card, but let's be honest. It's the right thing to do.
Be a bully?
I didn't say right. I said white.
I heard you, but being a bully?
Yeah.
I can kind of see that. Money talks and people follow money.
Exactly. So
that's what happens.
We dictate how these countries can and cannot run their countries, no matter who their leader is, good or bad. We dictate that.
They be like, no, dog, stay over there.
Everything that goes on in this country. There needs to be less guns on the street, but yet you have more gun stores opening.
This is true. It's always backwards. So
it's crazy how white folks say there's huge gun problems, and they back up what everyone else is saying, but yet whose kids are honestly doing the majority of the mass shootings in this country? Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all.
But at the same time, though, at the same time, though, even though they are doing mass shootings, I can say that in most of these inner cities there has been a lot of uncalled for deaths. So I understand what you're saying. I get it. But people need to put the guns down altogether.
They need to.
And don't leave nobody out. Like, people catching gun charges, people, like, carrying guns. Like, I was in Georgia. I didn't know Georgia had the right to carry. And I saw this white man with a gun.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like,
Lord, here we
my
go
God.
with another one. He gonna start doing something.
No, I didn't feel like that. I felt a little bit cautious, but I wasn't like, oh my God, he's going to do something. I need to run hide. It was more like, okay, well, let's make sure that he stays calm so nothing happens to anyone else. Like, I don't usually jump to craziness like that or jump to, oh, something's bad is about to happen right away. I am aware, though. I definitely stay aware, but I can't say... Like, I was just astonished at the fact that he even had a gun on him. And it was
it's
closed, and it was locked, and he had it on his little side. But it was crazy. And I do feel like the guns, in general, like gun violence is getting out of control on both hands. I keep watching videos of people getting shot by the police still. Like, there's been a lot of people. There was an 11-year-old shot by... a little kid's dad in Southeast. Why? And his dad worked with the youth. So, like, you're a whole contradiction within yourself. Like, oh, Lord. I'm sorry, y'all. I was about to go there. It really makes me upset how much death is actually happening wherever it is and however it is. And it makes me upset on another level that it's happening to everybody. Like, why can't we, what can we do different? What can we do different, even with the guns? Like, what will benefit the streets? What will benefit us? Like, how to even fix the police brutality? Like, it's just so much because there's so many more people outside of just police brutality who are also using these guns. And it needs to be a complete whole effort within both sides. Whew. That was the first time I was able to get that off my chest.
Baltimore, you know what this weekend is. Can we please put them guns down? Bare minimum for 3 days.
Only 3 days.
Don't shoot nobody. Don't kill nobody.
And shout out
Put
to
the guns
everyone
down,
who
yo.
sponsors the ceasefires. Thank you for everyone who definitely sponsors it. We need to expand ceasefire. Can we do that?
We sure can.
Like ASAP?
We sure
like,
can.
we need to expand into DC. They have done slight ceasefires in DC. They've done it.
And we can get 5 people to get it started with.
Hey.
5.
I can make it. We can.
Can we name drop?
No, we don't need a name drop.
We don't need a name
but
drop.
you want to try to make it happen in DC?
Yeah, come on.
See if we can make this happen. Okay, because I have some of the right people to talk to. I am very resourceful,
Let's get
guys.
it.
I have some of the right people to talk to get a ceasefire out
Let's get
there.
it.
And we can make it happen. We, because it's too much gun violence. It doesn't matter if it's the police. It doesn't matter if it's children. It doesn't matter if it's grown men who, feel like they need to protect themselves. Those who are street people. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, it's just too much death going on. Yes.
Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Time out, everybody. And me too. I'm guilty. We all talk a lot of trash on how trigger happy police are. We do. We all do. I don't care if you're male, female, rich, poor, old, young, fat, skinny, black, white, green, blue, yellow, orange, purple, gold, silver. We all talk trash about the police. Good police, bad police. Oh, he's cool because that's my homeboy. That's my homegirl. A cop is a cop is a cop is a cop. But there's more gun violence within the communities of the United States than there is from law enforcement. Truth and fact. Let's take Chicago alone.
We just need to dig into
In 20 years, there's been more people killed by gun violence than the whole war of Afghanistan and Iraq. That's countries. That's not one city. That's sad. That's sick. But we're worried about what's going on over there versus our own people. That's insane. That's your politicians. That's the people that you vote for. that they keep saying they're going to change something, but they don't change. I'm from Chicago. Y'all think y'all know crooked politicians? Y'all ain't seen nothing like what goes on in Illinois.
What? You see what we running with? We have a Russian gate. Like the Watergate. Now we got a Russian gate. Like, they...
That White House. You saw the White House done put up a bigger fence.
Yeah. They're trying to keep people
So
away.
you're trying
People
to
keep getting closer.
you're trying to put a border around the White House because you can't get your border in the time frame that you want it. So you want to put a border around the White House. You know you're not gonna be there next year.
I can't wait. I really, really appreciate and hope that everyone goes out and vote. Make sure you are registered. This is like a good time for a plug-in. Make sure you guys are registered so we do not have to encounter another one of these again. We are 3.5 or 2.5 years in. We still have another year and a half. Hopefully the impeachment process moves faster. He doesn't finish until 2020. He has 1 more year left.
Oh man, I thought we were done with him in a year.
Nope. But we are definitely about to go on break for so. Thank you for everyone who is tuning in. And make sure that you all pay attention for the next half of the show. We will be back in a few messages. I'm sorry, y'all, my earpiece is falling.
BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey.
Skylyne.
Long live Pop. Y'all can go ahead and cry now. I'ma show these niggas what to do at one of your beats, man. I am Gas, by the way. Strong woman story should have been on CNN. Nobody knows what it's like being Gwen. Windows closed in the house, it ain't no CNN. Can't gain weight for years, she been being thin. Single mother, no help from the system. When they was giving out food stamps, she missed them. Birth certificate, baby daddy, she couldn't list them. But her son was so beautiful when she kissed him. Blame it on love, but nigga she could've died with. Destroyed the whole world and found out she was a side chick. The nigga loved his wife and it got hard to hide it. So when Gwen confronted him, he ain't even denied it. Her fault, depends on who you asking. She tried to be
like the one thing you always gotta remember is people gonna try to project their insecurities onto you. But you can't listen to what them niggas saying. You gotta get out here and do your shit regardless. You gonna do what you love for the rest of your life anyway. So why not turn that shit into something? Be a man of everything you say. This shit bigger than me, man. Like yeah, I'm good and all that, but you know what I mean? I ain't shit without y'all. So no matter what you up, you gotta go hard. Don't matter. Can you imagine how really having nothing is? Stomach growling, you ain't got no food in the fridge. Surviving on a jail diet of water and bread. No father figure, that's cause my father dead. Moms bringing different niggas in and out the crib. No money, so you seen this less than all your friends. But it a joke because your mother was a crackhead. Older sister hoeing off, giving all her homies.
Business owners, need more customers? Offer fantasy sports contests and generate more sales. Restaurants, bars, hotels, auto dealerships, real estate offices. Whatever your business, fantasy sports contests can help you increase your sales and bring you more loyal customers. Visit Fanify.com or call 888-55-SPORT. Our software lets you customize contests fast and easy for your brand. That's right. Visit Fanify.com or call 888-55-SPORT. That's 888-55-SPORT or visit Fanify.com.
Are tuned in to BeExposedRadio.com.
So we were talking about critical thinking. So we definitely believe that critical thinking is one of the first things we need to start implementing, not just simply being told things. Or how about this? You know, we tend to listen to people who get assigned certain positions.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So when they have certain positions, we tend to think that it's truth attached to that because of their position, right?
Right.
Is that always the case, though?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
It's probably one of the biggest reasons we should be doing some critical thinking.
Yes, I agree. I definitely.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Yes, again. Thank you, everyone who is tuning in. For those who are just tuning in, we are Skylyne Radio Show. My name is T. Right next to me is Mark.
T the Busy Bee, Skylyne Mark. Get it straight. If you're going to tell them who you are, tell them exactly who you are.
You got to do it the right way.
She's T the Busy Bee because she's got like 15 jobs. I keep saying she's either got some African or Sicilian in her or something. Maybe Jamaican.
I was about to say, don't forget Jamaican.
Maybe
you gotta
Jamaican.
Add Jamaican in
there. They be having 50 million jobs too.
I want to get my DNA tested to see what all I am.
Didn't you just say you did that today?
What?
Didn't you just say you did that today?
No.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. Oh, yes, I did. I turned out that I am 100%. Ha! That was a good one. I didn't know you was going to refer back to it. Anyway,
how about that?
Right before we left the show, left for break, we were actually talking about hosting a ceasefire in Baltimore and putting the guns down because it's getting kind of intense and like a lot of it doesn't be needed. I already don't leave my house after 10 o'clock, or if I do, I'm going straight to wherever I got to go, and I barely get out the car after 10 o'clock. Like, y'all, please, I want a sense of peace somewhere, okay? That's what I'm hoping to look for one day.
I got peace in my house.
It's a sense of peace, and I feel like everyone needs peace as well. We were also talking about the things Trump has said and everything, and I don't even want to go there.
Don't say that man's name.
You're right. He does not have a name. I don't even want to go
Pumpkinhead.
Pumpkinhead. Eater, pumpkin eater, had a wife and couldn't keep her. You remember that nursery rhyme? You don't remember that nursery rhyme?
This one.
Dang, man. You make me feel.
Yeah.
I'm going to say
I remember one.
No, that's not one.
Yes, it is.
It's not one.
It was.
Not one that. I wish you could have heard the boo in my ear. How it felt. But anyway, so for this short period of time, we need to discuss some things that we have going on at Skylyne Foundation, because we have yet to discuss Skylyne Foundation and the big things that are happening. So, earlier in the show, you brought up how you're going to actually go into the community by the week and actually do more for the community and why you're going to do it. Would you like to share? Oh, look at me interviewing you.
You're not.
Oh, I am, though.
No.
Okay.
I plead the fifth.
Would you like to share what you are doing by the week? You put it on Facebook. How you going to not share it now?
If they care, they'd hit me up.
No. I would like for you to put out there what you were saying for those who actually do care and would like to be a part.
This is my question. As a party promoter, an entrepreneur, a business owner, city hall politician, what else did I say? We all matter. Y'all keep asking and asking and asking and saying and saying and saying and saying, but you're not doing nothing. Oh, I'm going to come out there and support you. We've been out there 3.5 years. I've seen 2 or 3 of y'all once, maybe twice. Oh, I support you. No, you don't. No, you don't.
Ooh.
Skylyne Foundation is going to branch out and start doing cleaning details. We want to do around different various locations of the waterfront.
Like neighborhood cleanups?
Neighborhood cleanups, the waterfront cleanups, anywhere where trash can build up because of high and low tide. If there's any possible way, I would like to go under the 95 overpasses. Anyone that rides the light rail, you know where I'm talking. And I would like to go all throughout that body of water and collect all the trash. Because that's an eyesore. It is just god-awful filthy of trash. Like, how'd it get there? People throwing stuff out the window? Because you can't throw nothing out of, well, yes you can, but theoretically you can't throw nothing out of a window on the light rail. Yes you can. They got windows that can open and you can do it, but still, all that trash, where is it coming from? It ain't all come from the casino, because you can throw stuff off the casino parking garage too. But there's a lot of trash buildup. Like areas that I'd like to concentrate on is Green Street and the Parkway as you're coming in or going out of Baltimore, where Horseshoe is, and the gas stations. I like to concentrate all through there, up and down Martin Luther King Boulevard. I mean, there's probably not, if any, but we can touch base with it with both stadiums, the Orioles Stadium and the Ravens Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
It can be a cigarette butt. It's trash. Cigarette butts is a form of littering. Anyone in Anne Arundel County, watch throwing your cigarettes out of your car window, because if Anne Arundel County police see you, they will stop you and cite you for littering.
What?
It is a form of littering.
What's your next plan?
Up and down North Ave, Charles Street, around Penn Station, Mount Vernon, Mount Royal, Baltimore Street, Pratt Street, Lombard Street, President Street, and so forth. But yeah.
So what else are you gonna do? Or what else do you
I want to
have
start
planned?
doing a weekly walk around, feeding the homeless, around the 83 where we normally go. But that would have to be the last stop, because you got to hit all the points in between where they out hustling. Which is Green Street, Martin Luther King. You have a few up on North Ave. Not a lot, not like you used to.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking with the owners of, I don't remember what the little cafe used to be called, but it's now known as Nancy. And I was talking to the owner of Joe Square, and they're both really genuine, nice guys. Really down to earth, easy to talk to, know a lot about the community and the neighborhood. And I never knew there was a Charlie car that ran up and down North Ave.
You thought those strings were just there?
No, there's no strings.
Oh. I mean, I've seen it. I think, unless it's in D.C. there, I've seen it.
That's probably D.C.
Okay.
But Joe, the owner of Joe Square, was like, where do you think all the medians up and down North Ave came from? Charlie cars ran through here. I said, well, how long ago was that? Oh, about 40, 50 years. Yeah, that's way before my time.
Mm-hmm. Well, what else do you have planned?
Kind of, sort of, figuratively speaking. But, yeah, I walk around lunch, giving away lunch bags. Not no little lunch bag that you give your child to send to school. No, I want a sandwich, a water, a juice.
Donations.
5 different snacks. Make it worth the while of walking around, or even if you're driving in your car and you're stopping at every traffic light. So, the third one,
take us to break.
You got to stay tuned for that, because Skylyne Foundation got to pay these bills. We'll be right back. BeExposedRadio.com.
You're like an internal bleeder. Can't see your pain, but it can silently kill ya. So deeply wounded, but don't say a thing. Too afraid of what the people may say or think. So you just sit there and you suffer in silence. Your pride won't let you just uncover your secret. Don't wanna look weak in your image, it ain't worth losing. So you just act as if it's nothing happening. God sees you, and God hears you. Yes, God loves you. You're like an internal bleeder. Can't see your pain, but it can silently kill ya. Suicidal, depressed, but you won't say a thing. Too afraid of what the people may say or think. You feel alone even though the people surround you. Popping pills every night even though you know they can't solve it. The emotional pain, it just seems way too heavy. Your mind is racing, wanna scream, somebody help me. God sees you, and God hears you. Yes, God loves you. These type of people sit right under our noses. We don't find out till we're on IG scrolling. We post a few memes, but then it keeps on happening. Something's gotta change, we gotta start talking and telling the truth without the fear of judgment. Gotta come together and really start loving and heal these people cause they slowly dying. Help them believe that their life is worth living. God sees you, and God hears you.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Don't even act like that, yo. We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
Oh, he tried to play with me, y'all. Oh, goodness. Okay. Right before we left, we were talking about, just a slight recap, we were talking about gun violence. We were talking about how Mark is going to take the initiative to make a difference in the community, since there's a lot of community leaders and a lot of politicians who are actually passing up on building and fixing their own community. So he figured he'll take initiative and see who all follows. You stated that you were going to do weekly cleanups, and you stated that you were going to do weekly walk around with Feed the Homeless bags.
Mm-hmm.
What was the third thing you were going to do?
Once a month, we would like to donate book bags and school supplies to a different elementary school once a month. If we can do twice a month, depending on how donations go, that'd be fabulous. If we can do once a week, that'd even be better. But starting out, let's see how once a month goes.
On a monthly basis.
Yep, on a monthly basis.
See, this is the different things that you can take the initiative to.
But you don't
do to like make a difference. And the worst thing about it is that the things that you could do to make a difference be so small.
Mm-hmm.
So small. Mm-hmm. You have to be really dedicated, but it is very small.
You'll go out here and spend $100, $200 for a party, but you won't donate $5, $10, $20 for a positive cause. That's a problem. That's a problem. People say, I have friends that have come to me and try to talk to me about what's in and what's not in my pocket. But little do you know, I spend roughly $1,000 a month on food for feeding people that I have no idea who they are, what their story is, and probably will never see them again.
It's
homeless and less
passion.
fortunate. It's not charity work. It's not something to do. We enjoy it. We have a blast.
We do.
Some of them we've gotten to know within seeing them over and over and over. Some of them we've talked to. Some of them we clown with. Some of them we've prayed with. You know, at the end of the day, at the end of the day, these are our people. These are your people. It don't matter what Pumpkinhead says. At the end of the day, these are our communities. It takes a village. Can we please start helping our village get back to where it used to be?
I feel like what Pumpkinhead said, for guys who don't know, he compared the environment of the living conditions of those who are in cages and are being deported in Texas right now to the living conditions in Baltimore, which was such a sting. Like, how dare you? Because the way that they ran two differently, and that's not, you can't compare.
One ain't got nothing to do with the other one.
Yeah, you can't do that. Like, that was just so disrespectful. But one thing I have say, and I can say, and what I have seen, is that ever since that happened, so many people have been like, okay, we got to change the look of Baltimore. We got to change the look of Baltimore. Hello, we've been saying this for years now. Like, and it's like, it's proud to be a Baltimorean, however you want to say it, for those who are from Baltimore. But at the same time, Baltimore is the reason why I don't get out my car after 10 o'clock at night. Like, and it's dangerous, and it has become dangerous. It has become dangerous in D.C. So, like, we need to really, really, really gather these politicians. Don't do it for clout, but do it for passion. Do it for your own community. Like, you out here running for it, but actually get out here and actually dig and do a part and be more than just a sponsor. Actually show up to the events. You know, actually put in that work, because the more they see you, the more they're going to respect you. The more you dig into the hoods and, you know, actually talk to them, like with the weekly cleanups. That's kind of, you know, weekly cleanups work. Like feeding the homeless works. And it does that. But the more they see your face, the more they see you, the more they're going to have respect for you, the more they're going to respect themselves enough to change.
How about that?
So, and that's for both DC and Baltimore. I don't care. Like, it's definitely, it needs a change. It needs a climate change. Chicago needs a climate change. Atlanta needs a climate change. Alabama, like, everywhere needs a climate change. Like, just because he said it doesn't mean it's completely true. But if we don't not me, because I'm not from Baltimore. But if some Baltimore people don't live up to what he says, then, I mean, the hitman gonna holler, or you going to shut up and change what you got to do so you don't look like that anymore? Because that was very disrespectful. And I have to keep saying that. Like, he is such a disrespectful. This
is my thing. When your kids get out of line, what do? You hold them accountable. When you get in trouble with your job, you get held accountable. When your neighbors do something disrespectful, you hold them accountable. When the police do something obnoxious, illegal, retarded, FO, you hold them accountable. Why are there no one in any of these towns, cities, neighborhoods, states that are holding community leaders accountable? City Hall accountable, mayors accountable, governors accountable. Why are you not holding your politicians accountable?
You want to know a good way to hold them accountable, and something I would like to see? So in the Baltimore area, because we're on the show, there is a lot of people who are doing something to actually change Baltimore. We cannot say that they're not, because we look at the Skylyne. Hello, Skylyne on Be Exposed Radio. They do it. So we expose them every time.
That's right.
Every time. So it is said, I would like to see the people who are working in the community actually team up with some of these politicians. So actually pull the politicians into the community. Because maybe that's what they need. Maybe they're running and they're doing everything on a higher spectrum that they don't see that they need to actually be a part inside of the community. So the way that they can do it, team up with the CBO, community-based organization. Team up with its community-based organization. Make that organization your mentorship, your baby. So everything that you do, they will be aware of it. You will be there. You know, they get that exposure to be out, you know, sponsor some things, but actually show up to the events. Like, really, really, really put in that work. And why I say that is because they need to actually see it more so not on a politician level, but as a citizen.
We should have a rally.
Let me write down rally.
We should have a rally. Who's with it?
Right. But
we got someone that would be with it. He's a daggone real good. He's the best of the best. Huh. Grill master.
Are you talking about D
What's
Chase?
up? Nope. What's up, Shorty?
Oh, yeah. Shorty all the way with it, let me tell you. But this is something that, like, we really need to do. Like, those who are listening, those who are in touch with different politicians, those who are running organizations throughout Baltimore, throughout DC, those who have their non-profit, those who are even working. I ain't even speaking to myself. Work hard. It's time for us to get these politicians involved in what we do every day. And don't make it, oh, it has to be clout. It just has to be something. Make it into something that you feel, that you enjoy, that you like. Something that, you know, doesn't take a lot out of you, but you're still appreciative to the fact that you're doing the dirty work. Like, it's time to do the dirty work. In order to change our environments, all of our environments, is to do the dirty work. Like, get into the community. It's about that time. Let's go. We already starting it, and it's going to be started, and it's going to be pushed more. It's possible, and it's appreciative. So, where's everyone at? Come on, let's do this together. We're going to change this. We're going to change the depiction of Baltimore. And for the simple fact, speaking of depiction of Baltimore, Ben Carson had the nerves, even though Ben Carson is just not on our side anymore because he's brainwashed in my mind.
Sell out.
He had the nerve to actually comment on what Orange Man said. But not only did he comment on it, I want to use the word agreed, but he supported it. That was the word I was looking for. He supported it. Like,
he's clueless.
The hitman hollers. It's just kind of hard. It's kind of hard to really take in what is happening within this company. Within this country. There is no compassion anymore. Everything's just so cutthroat. Like, it is not the same. And if this is, I don't know the difference, but we need to make some differences.
Trying to tell you.
Like, make some differences and make that differences ASAP, because the only way we're going to make it is if we do. And if we don't make it, I mean, when I say make it, I mean being successful, being able to live without being, you know, stretched. I mean, not stretched, but stressed, or not knowing what's happening next, or, you know, like living in those kind of conditions. Because even though we have our own personal stress, y'all cannot say that this Orange Man does not stress y'all out. And all of these changes he's making does not stress y'all out. And if y'all say that, then that is what it is, but it is hectic. So we need to make our own changes very, very quickly. And just keep doing what we're doing, because I actually see the changes and I actually appreciate it. And that's where we are.
That's right.
That's where we are. Just keep doing what we're doing, team up with some politicians, work inside that community, dig into the community. I know I only feed the homeless once a month, but I will tell you something. I will drive and pick up donations from any and everywhere. I will talk to everyone that I have to talk to in order to create partnerships for my organization to continue to run. Okay? I am very passionate about my organization. So, there's never no question there. All we need to do, we need to start teaming up with these politicians and make them work and make them actually see what we see, so that they can actually be more for the people and not talk crazy outside of their necks and actually see what's really going on. That's my TED Talk. That's my TED Talk. Oh. Wow.
Yep. Here we go again.
Wow. Okay. So, we're going to see dropped. Oh, Lord. I'm sorry, guys. So, we're going to save this for the next segment because we only have 4 minutes left. You know what? We're going to do this in this 4 minutes.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so There was a mentally ill man that was killed in Dallas.
By the police.
By the police, who he called the police for help. And as he's being restrained, he yells, "You're going to kill me." And then they crack jokes about it.
Mm-hmm.
There's been so many people who have been, like, first of all, there's been so many other things that's been going on that's just so, oh my goodness, amazing at the guts that these police officers are having nowadays. Mm-hmm. There was a couple that was shot 136 times.
Huh?
Yes, in their car.
Wow.
In the car.
I didn't hear that.
They were shot 136 times.
That's insane.
Like, people are really, like, what if we do away with guns?
Europe ain't got no guns.
What if we do away with guns?
How about that? I don't even think Europe's, or not Europe, I think it's England. I don't even think their law enforcement has guns. That would be crazy, yo. Get rid of the guns.
We go back to fighting again.
Huh, how about that?
Right, like, and I put something on my Facebook about that earlier today. Like, what happened to fighting?
People don't fight no more.
Why is it that your first thought is death in 45 years? Because you're going to go to jail for 45 years. Like, let's just think about it.
Look at a guy
pride.
Look at a guy in Tennessee, got fired from Walmart. He left, came back with a gun, shot and killed 2 managers, and shot a cop.
See, like,
he got shot, but he survived. Now he'll be in prison the rest of his life.
All because
if he doesn't get the death penalty.
I bet, like because you were mad. Like,
yeah.
Go get therapy.
It's crazy.
And I know that's crazy. That's crazy. The craziest thing to say. Go talk to your friends. Go talk to people who are going to tell you to put the guns down. Don't go talk to your friends. Talk to
that one friend might not be your friend, and he might instigate it.
No, talk to your sensible
Go
friends.
get a counselor.
Yes, like, everything does not have to end with death. Everything does not have to end with you putting your pride. You can't put your pride aside. Like, none of that has to happen. Like, can we just change the narrative? Can we change more? Can we do more? Like, put the guns down, pick up some boxing gloves, and do something. Like, do something different. Do yoga. You know, Baltimore actually has a organization that does yoga inside of schools. For those who can't, if they get too angry or they're mad or something, they can go to the yoga class to relax. Like, why can't we spread that around? We need that in DC. We need that in PG. Like, we need to pull that. Like, there's so many different remedies that need to be installed in schools. I can talk about this all day long, especially with schools and education. Why am I not?
Because you're not. There's a guy in Baltimore.
30 seconds.
That instead of resulting to gun violence and weapon violence, put the punching gloves on. I'll give you a referee and get in the ring and duke it out. He started that last month, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah. We actually are about to go on break. We are in the last 10 minutes of our show. Kind of sucks because the show is already over. It kind of started kind of slow. Now we're here. Now we're coming back, and we'll be back. And look out.
2.5 seconds. BeExposedRadio.com. Just like that.
Thank you. We still haven't done any. Oh, I'm still live. We still haven't.
Well, Jason, I've got to tell you, you're pretty much everything this company is looking for in an entry-level candidate.
Great.
Your resume isn't quite what we're used to, but you've got a fantastic work ethic.
Thank you.
And I'm impressed by how you carry yourself.
So, should we talk about the job?
What? The job? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I have no way of recruiting or even meeting you. This interview didn't happen.
It may sound ridiculous, and that's because it kind of is. There's a huge pool of talent your company is missing out on. Meet the grads of life. Who are they? Talent worth knowing about. Young adults of unique determination and experience. An ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or even mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
Man, we really could have used him.
Don't miss out on a resource many innovative companies have already discovered. Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
My name is Ruth Rusi. I'm a retired teacher. I'm 91 years old, and this is how I live united. I say retired, but not really. Once a week, I read books to children as part of United Way's education program. Reading to a child creates links between language and literacy. It creates a bond between grown-up and child. And believe it or not, it prepares them for a better academic future. Oh, we read about frogs and flies and pigs with wings, all sorts of juicy stuff. It's a joy to watch all those little faces. I figure I have the time and they have the need. And I've always believed that if we're not here to help each other, then what are we here for really? My name is Ruth Rusi. I help kids prepare to succeed in school. So I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer.
First they love you, then desert you. Leave with a plate full with no spoon. Ain't no space, I can't escape negativity. I got used to the taste. I've been bad, burned, then fucked over. But remain strong through the Passover. Kicking haters out of the way like mast over. Roll up, sip something, let it pass over. Who would I be? It ain't the man to me to let the next man take advantage of me. When that storm come, no pan I see. Get with it, not without it, then you'll see. I peep the haters, they know I'm greater. That's why they buzzing for the elevator. But I can't save you, we too loud on the pedal stool. Don't carry fakers, always got your hand out demanding favors. When I just looked out, now you need more paper. I can't breathe, give me 3 feet. I never let y'all be the death of me. When my patients run there, yeah, nigga OT. Cause they wanna see me down like I'm an NCT. 6 words, get the fuck away from me. Say I help you out if you can help yourself. I keep it G till I DIE. Now excuse me while I get back to PC. HOP ain't losing sleep while your third eye always on me. I'm steady green just to feed the team. My boo, she know that I'm king with chasing my dream. These niggas it seems I rip them, trash them, then put on new jeans. Man, see the problem is, man, you know, I keep it 100, man. You know what I mean? Like, if I got it, then you got it. You know what I mean? But if I don't got it, then I'ma give it. You feel me? But I definitely got you through the ride, man. Let's get it, yo.
I'm really getting tired of ungrateful ass niggas. They really about to turn me to a hateful ass nigga. Like I was never there when you never had figures. Pull triggers for you niggas when you caught up in the trenches. Man, I really don't get it. I don't know what's going on, but I really don't feel it. Niggas really know that I've been there from the beginning. But the more I see niggas side switch, it make me wanna bring it closer to the end. And that's why I can't fuck around with these niggas. I'll fuck around with my hoe.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey team, hey guys. I had to stop Mark because Mark was talking about his personal life on camera. That's not what we do.
No. Nope.
So we are here. It's the last 5 minutes of the show. Before we go, we wanted to throw a little bit of sports in there right quick. Hugh Thornton and Doug Penn has been drafted to the Redskins.
Don't nobody care.
I care. We need a team, and they better make it work. They better make something shake, okay? We need a team. We need to make it at least to the wild card. I'm so tired of getting so close, and they be like, nah, thought it was. Or I'm so tired of the NFL teaming up to take out all of our offensive team. I don't care what anyone says. That's what happened. That's my word. I'm sticking to it.
That's the wrong word.
Mark's a Bear fan, by the way.
Chicago Bears, we're going Super Bowl this year. Yeah, you saw what we did last year. We can only get better.
I hope so. But
Preseason.
the Jaguars were supposed to go to Super Bowl, and then they got
they flopped.
Bad. They flopped super hard the following year.
Preseason starts this weekend. It's definitely going to be interesting. Yeah. I don't know if I'm watching the game. But Baltimore, D.C., Philly, Virginia, Delaware, West Virginia? That don't even sound right. But we'll throw that in there too. No, they don't. Mo Dirty, for all of y'all that know who Mo Dirty is, he will be tailgating at every home Ravens game this year.
Yeah, it's promo time.
Yeah. So we had to throw that out there since preseason starts this weekend.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's doing the preseason games, but I know he's doing the regular season home games. So you got 8 opportunities to go check him out.
Yes. And for those who are out there, there's actually a Hands Across Baltimore Stop the Shooting Ceasefire event this weekend August 3rd at 6 p.m. North in Hilton to North in Milton. Hilton to Milton.
Up and down North Ave.
Thank you, because I don't know where these places are. For those who are tuning in, if you would like to participate, you can reach out to Skylyne Foundation because we will be a part of it.
If you don't, we'll be meeting between 5 and 6. If you want to come a little bit earlier at Joe Squares, he will be open. I talked to him briefly this morning about it. He looks forward to having us. They got very good drinks there. I've actually hung out there a couple times and had drinks, and they have good bartenders, they have good drinks, and I'm gonna have me an adult beverage or two. But yeah, I told Mr. Joe, the owner of Joe Squares, that I told him what our plans were for the ceasefire this Saturday.
More promo.
Told him I'd be there between 4 and 5. So if you can't get in contact with us and you want to get involved, just meet at Joe Squared, 33 West North Ave. Is that right? I don't know. Joe Squared on North Ave between 5 and 6. Come on out.
I don't know. Can I finish?
That one, yeah.
Promo?
Yeah.
All right, Skylyne also will be us. This is our first photo shoot.
This is our first official photo shoot in God knows how long.
Models will be hosting their first official photo shoot at
Patapsco Waterfall.
I can't read, y'all. Patapsco. I'm not about to say the word one more time.
Patapsco
at the
Waterfall.
Waterfall in Harthorpe, Maryland.
Halethorpe.
It is $75 for 3 outfits, 10 web and print, and edits. The models have to come already prepared. Please and thank you. And get started. Reach out to John or Mark at Skylyne_Mark because Mark has an Instagram. So reach out to Mark on Skylyne_Mark, or you can reach out to John_photo.cinema, and they'll be able to provide you more information. We also are feeding the homeless in DC and Baltimore, August 17th and August 18th. Be there, be square in DC, 11:30 to 2:30 p.m. at Franklin Square Park. If anyone would like to donate or reach out to us, make sure you reach out to us on our Instagram pages or our Facebook pages as well. And in Baltimore, on the 18th from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. under the 83 Bridge right next to Saratoga. Make sure you all come out. Thank you for being there. Thank you for everyone who is in the audience. Is there anything else you would like to say within like these last couple of seconds?
Shout out to Panera Bread.
Boom.
Dave and Buster's, S&K Pizza and Subs. That's one of our sponsors. I meant to tell you wear the shirt. But anyways, to our DJs, to our sponsors, to the organizations and restaurants that provide us with donations of food, water, juice.
Thank you.
DJs that provide the music. Shorty. Big ups. I hope you're feeling better. Look forward to working with you again. To Mary and Shanetta for providing the different various necessary information regarding bullying and suicide prevention and mental health awareness. We do appreciate everything that you do and everything that you assist us with.
Yes. Next
Wednesday, I will not be here. Jazzy Summer Nights. You know where I'll be.
Next Wednesday, you can catch us live from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Be Exposed Radio.com.
We'll have 2 special guests next week. How about that?
We're rewarding you for something you already do, listening to us. It's Radio Loyalty, and it's an easy way for you to get free stuff. All you do is sign up. Go ahead and click the banner now. You'll earn points as you listen. Points you can trade in for great products and services in the radio